Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction for Chainsaw Man Chapter 60 onward. Don't know how many we're going to do this week, it depends on how long they are. I'm going to go like 30 to 40 minutes. For Marriage Toxin this week, that was like 5 chapters. For Hero Academia, it was like 7 chapters. So who knows how many we'll get through. For all I know, this could only be 3 chapters if they're really heavy. But I'm excited to read, so let's just start reading. We have Chapter 60. Okay, I forgot what Patriarchal said, but I believe it was Chuanchi. So Chuanchi and the Fiends are 49-person massacre. And honestly, from what we've seen, 49 people doesn't really seem like a lot. Feels like there's more puppets than that coming from the Santa Claus guy. So Chapter 60, let's see what we have. We have the frontispiece here with who I'm assuming is Chuanchi. I believe that's her. Unless I'm being dumb and misrecognizing her. So this one dude gets puppeted. Man, he should have really been paying more attention. And then he's running in with the rest of the puppet army toward the building. Kon. And then he's using the claw of the fox. No way. They're learning. You're all useless. Stand back. An angel sends their halo out. Usage 5 years. And pulls out this bayonet-like sword. I'm sorry, everyone. I need to use you. And all of the puppets are charging in. Angel swipes the blade. And they all fall over. So that's the infamous lifespan weapon. You should have just used it from the start. Look, I have my reasons, okay? I've contacted HQ. Other devil hunters in the area will be coming to back us up. So far, so good. And they're looking from behind the crowd. Holy cow, these dolls are everywhere. Yeah, just one touch and you're no longer human. That's incredibly OP. We're to eradicate any dolls out. And again, like I said, OP kind of makes sense because some of the devils we've seen are crazy powerful. And also, like I said, the Santa guy sacrificed children to them, which I think is probably the nuttiest contract you can make. We're to eradicate any dolls outside and surround the department store. Prepare to use your firearms and devils. One of them looks back. Oh, and they see Chuanchi's group. They speak Chinese. I don't know Chinese. No. After the one chapter, literally straight up after the one chapter with Reze, I went and learned how to read Cyrillic. So, like, even if I don't know Russian or anything, I would at least be able to sound out what they're saying. And I do know quite a bit of Japanese, so I know, like, a lot of these characters, but I have no idea how they would be said in, I have no idea how they would be said in Chinese. But I might be able to gain some meaning from them? Nah, not really. And some of these characters look similar, but they're kind of different, so I feel like there's just differences between the Japanese kanji and the actual... What are they called in, Are they called Hanji? Or am I thinking of Korean? Because it's the same base, like, origin behind the characters, but I think it's Hanji in... Yeah, I think it might be Hanji in Chinese, and then Hanji in Korean, and then kanji in Japanese. Might be their word for the same, like, Chinese symbol. Like, kanji in Japanese, kanji literally means Chinese characters. So, either way, can't read that. Got some fiends coming up on us. What? Are they working with Santa? She pulls one of the blades. Goes down into a very low position. And then vanishes on them. And there's a wall running behind them. She vanished. And starts charging through the puppets. Again, the bravery to not, when one touch means... Again, assuming she's human. When one touch means puppetification. And charges all the way into the department store. Absolute crazy maneuvering. Wow, and the blade is really messed up. She tosses it aside and pulls the other two. And we have the fiends left behind. The one who vanished is still close. And then Again, don't know what that is. It looks similar to what, but it's not really because it's like the part of it, the radical, I guess. Is that what they're called? On the left is different. And then is that door body something? Like it looks like one of the kanji in Genzai, so not sure. You're in Japan. Speak Japanese. That's the one guy. It's a devil that can make you disappear. Sato, use your devil. Yes, sir. Oh, but both of their heads are being split. Sato? Hey, something's wrong with your face. Sato? Theer. Oh, he's trying to say yes, sir, I think. But then the tops of all their heads are taken off, as well as the heads of the puppets behind them. And it looks... I think this might just be because it's a moment of action that I was going to say it looks like the heads are all floating, but I think that's just because we're seeing them frozen in the moment before they hit the ground. Not that they're actually floating. And that's a really, really cool 2-page spread. Yeah, that 2-page spread is kind of actually gorgeous. Because you have the grotesqueness of the puppets that were once human just being completely bifurcated, but with the background, like, yeah, how do I say this? With the background looking so mundane and so normal, just like an ordinary shopping mall, department store, what have you. Alright, sorry, I'm just taking it all in. What the? Huh? Angel Nakamura, defend. You'll die. And I love this transition between them using the heads and the bodies. And one of the heads gets taken off. So actually, I wonder if that's even... Oh, this is really cool. Hold on, let me go back up a second. I think that this wasn't actually the Fiend's ability or anything. I think the Fiend was saying something to them that was probably like mocking the situation they're in. I think Chuan Chi cut them all that time ago, rushing through them, and it was just the delayed effect of them all getting split apart. So I think the rush through with that one blade and how it was destroyed afterward, I think this was all Chuan Chi coming through. And then right at the end, she's taking the head off of, I guess that was Nakamura. And then it looks like Angel Inaki trying to block and getting thrown back. And Chuan Chi busted through both of them, but it looks like both of those swords are screwed now. We have Denji and Power looking on. And we end with the decapitated Pochta at the end of this. That was a really good chapter. There was some really, really good art there. I feel like I talk all the time about how Chainsaw Man does a brilliant job of telling the story with its art. And again, it did a wonderful job of that here. That was really, really, really good. That was really well done. I guess there's not too much more to say at this exact moment, because we're in a bit of the middle of the action and we gotta see what happens, what comes next. So I'm gonna just go ahead and move on, start talking about chapter 61, but that was very, very, very good. Now we're on to chapter 61, News Reporter, which is a very, very different title than the last one. There's a cool frontispiece with the chained Denji and the puppets in verse behind him. It looks like we still have more puppets rushing in. And then some of the ones that were only somewhat hurt getting finished off by the fiends. Halloween! Stop right there, Missy. No straying from the group. We need to catch up with Lady Chuan Chi, quickly. Oh? Oh. They're finally away from her Chuan Chi, eh? And we've got Kishibe, I think was his name. Sorry if I'm forgetting names here. We have Kishibe Violence and... What? Why am I forgetting Kobani's name? What the heck? You two go take care of the dolls in the department store. I'll handle this. Got it. Yes, sir. What's this now? I don't know Japanese. And she changes her hair from the shape of like the little creature face to a hole. Saw it. His contracted devils are claw, knife, needle. Friends with some rather dangerous devils, I see. But this Japanese man is no one special. That is very interesting. So we get to learn claw is probably pretty strong, but you'd think knife and needle, a lot of people are scared of those. Those are probably like very, 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 very strong. But also, since he is contracted with the knife devil, you would feel like that means the samurai guy is like katana devil or something, or maybe sword devil. That's kind of confirmation that at the very least he isn't knife or blade or something that general. He's something more specific like katana, actually. And then he barely has anything left in his body he can use to pay contracts with. Let's gobble him up, girls. And the one girl breaks the shackles that have been on her wrist this whole time. And we still really don't know what those 4 fiends are. They have a rooftop roller coaster. And we see all the others with Denji's group, and then Angel and Aki on the ground, and Chuan-Chi with her swords falling apart. She charges in again and is going full hand-to-hand, taking down all of the actual, like, people that are supposed to be protecting them. We have the one guy, Octopus. He blocks and gets knocked back, and then the tentacles form and grab onto him. Ink. And it sprays out a smoke screen. He's able to move behind her, but she still manages to stop him and take his knife. Chuan-Chi? It's been a long time, and Kishibe's already there. The movement. He's holding 2 of the fiends. Ow, says Denji. Everyone else has been taken down. Denji, Power, restrain these 2. If they try anything, kill them. Hey, Power, get up. I was playing dead. Impressed. I was going to say, I didn't think I saw her actually get hit at all in these panels, but she was just faking. No, you idiot. That really hurt. And then Chuan-Chi goes and sits down at one of the tables. Kishibe sits with her. And this is going to be real embarrassing if I've gotten his name wrong this entire time, but I'm sure that's probably happened before in one of my videos. Where are the other 2 fiends? They got away from me. Public safety and the police have the entire area locked down. They'll get caught any second now. Once public safety cleans up the dolls downstairs, I'm taking you in. Don't move a muscle until then. This isn't like Mad Dog Kishibe. You've gotten crafty. Did being collared turn you into a real dog? I'm past 50 now. You mellow out at my age. And then he pulls out a notepad. Makima's listening. I lost my fangs a long time ago. Devil hunters die before they reach old age. You should retire now while you still can. And live on a pension? No way. Though, I am getting pretty up there in age. And the next one, do what I say and I'll let you go. I can guarantee your safety. Nowadays, going senile in retirement scares me more than any devil. You won't go senile if you follow the times. Keep watching the news, reading the newspapers, constantly experience new things. Going to kill Makima will tell you everything if you help. Okay. It's so funny. Even though we met her first, Makima's just so clearly sketchy. She is just so clearly sketchy that even though we have known her more, I trust Kishibe so much more. I am so much more quickly ready to flip sides and trust Chuan-Chi as a character than I am Makima. And now we see Denji. The news. There's this reporter on the morning news who's my type. I watch that program every day. I'd even buy the magazines she was in, things like that. One day she was exposed for lying about her age. After that, it was like the floodgates opened. Exposés on her ex-boyfriends and bad behavior aired on TV one after another. She kept appearing on the morning news regardless. but I stopped watching that program. It wasn't that the reporter had changed. It was my brain that changed. And again, that's actually such a true to life thing with, the don't meet your heroes kind of stuff, where something can come out about a celebrity or something you like, and that celebrity, whoever it is that you're thinking about, and it can happen in real people with people in your lives if you find out something about them, it's like that person hadn't changed. They've always been that person. Like, it's just that your perception of them, what you think of them, is the thing that changed. The secret to leading a happy life in this world is that ignorance is bliss. Kishibe, be a good dog and keep your collar on. Some advice from your former buddy. And then we have a gun being raised as another person rushes in, the one with the scars by his eyes. Wait, so the one with the scars by his eyes, that's the last brother. He comes in and he's able to kick Denji. And it seems like a shot is fired but misses past Kishibe. And then the fiend, the knockoff power, is able to get the reversal on Denji. Chun-Chi. And she is able to move quicker on the draw than Kishibe, it looks like. To be continued. That's a really good one. We have Octopus poached at the end. Oh, and we have some, I guess this is some like end of volume stuff. Hey, stupid short chick. Is powering company. What? Yes? Don't you have something to say to me? Uh-huh. Can't you even thank me, you fool? Thank you? Why? Excuse me? You don't know? I saved you from that assassin's attack. Don't listen to the things Power says. She's convinced herself that she actually saved you. She alters the memories in her brain. What are you talking about? This is what just happened. So, I've always thought that Power was just, like, lying to, like, make herself seem better, because that's kind of who she is. But going back from the very beginning, maybe it isn't that she's just lying, because she's like, devils don't lie, only humans lie. Maybe she does literally just trick herself. I'm a hired killer, so I'm gonna kill you all, Save me! Gasp. What's that cool car? Hooray, it's Miss Power's car! And it says Power even on the license plate in front. Eat my car! She's too strong! I knew you were the strongest devil hunter, Miss Power! So that's her warped memory of it, because it's in the flashback black paneling. It's really funny. It's really good. I love Power so much. Again, really good, compelling stuff. We're just kind of left off in the middle of stuff. But I am so interested in the Makima stuff. And so Kishibe is trying to kill her, but it almost seems like Makima has too much power over Japan at this point, and over the way that they're running their devil extermination stuff. So I don't know. How does this work? I don't know how you stand against her, or even what her plan is. It seems like her plan is just very strict management, very strict, like, authoritarian control, where we saw it when she was with the, what are those guys? The Yakuza guys? And she was just kind of like talking about, I forget the analogy she used, maybe a dog on the leash or whatever. And it seems like what she wants is just safety or devil extermination through very strict and rigorous control and everything, but she's very, very clearly sketchy. I think the mangaka has made it very clear we're not supposed to trust Makima, especially with the way that she has been around Denji and Aki and the other characters. So we're just getting these hints at these things simmering in the background that we haven't been able to see more of yet. But either way, let's read 62 and see if we get to learn a little bit more. I doubt we'll get more into that deeper stuff. We're more going to be seeing what happens with the actual conflict. Santa still probably has way more than just these puppets up his sleeves. There's probably way more crazy stuff there. Again, Quan Chi and the Fiends, 2 of them escaped, which means that they're probably fine. So we don't know how crazy that's going to all go, especially now that they're getting the upper hand in this. Plus, we don't know Tolka, was that his name? We still don't know what he's going to do here. There's the brother, who I'm pretty sure that was him that rushed in, right, with the scar on his face and messed things up. We have whatever's going on with him. He's gotten some character development, so we'll have to see what happens. Let's go to chapter 62. We start chapter 62, and I forgot, we just read the end of volume stuff, so we're starting a new volume here, and this is weird. Is that spikes? Spike Devil? Arrow Devil? Because the one on the arm looks kind of like a bow and arrow? That's a weird look. And is that Quan Chi? Is she not human? If so, why even bother using the swords? Alright. Alright, Chainsaw Man 8. It's called I Love Seance? Okay, I'll just skim through some of this early stuff. We have Quan Chi as the frontispiece here. It's titled Super Mess. Right, we can kind of skim through the character stuff. I love so our main characters, we have Denji, Pochita, Aki, and Makima, and then right after that, Angel Devil's up there with power, and then we have the Puppeteer. I'm surprised they call him that rather than Santa Claus, since that's what the characters have been calling him. Quan Chi, Tolka, and Master. Okay. Now, I don't want to look at the chapter titles in case it might be spoilery. I'll just start off with chapter 62, Super Mess. And we have more hand-to-hand between Quan Chi and Kishibe. She ends up throwing him through the glass, but he uses the knife to catch onto the side of the building to slow his fall before landing on the canopy of a car. The guy with the scars is firing, but the Fiend blocks it with her arm. Okay, interesting. So the bullet goes into her arm, and it almost looks like her upper body is puffing up here, and like she's holding it in with her mouth. Yeah, and she spits out fire in response. So is she like a devil or an oni devil? If so, you would think something like that would be extremely powerful, so maybe not. But the guy is able to slide through to the side and fire more. She catches it with her arm still. But then he gets thrown through the window as well by Quan Chi and lands on the same car after Kishibe. Now we have more puppets running in, but violence is taking them out. You all good over there, Kobani? My car? Was that her car again? Stay back or I'll kill her. We have power with the other one. Oh yeah, and let Denji go. Damn it. Could you, the comedy in Chainsaw Man is so good. I always say it's like the best comedy manga. Could you let the girl go for me, sweetheart? I don't want to have to fight you. You cheater. And then Beam comes in and hits the knockoff power from behind with his head. Denji gets up. Ah, don't touch Lord Chainsaw. You're filthy. Then, that chick's freaking monstrous. We're gonna run for it, Beam. Monster, you damn monster. Quan Chi. Mind if I get a rematch? And that guy's back up already. This is the guy that killed the ones in the alley, right? The 2 brothers? Or the one brother that was left, rather. He's the one, right, from that. And then Quan Chi gets into a fighting position. They start going hand to hand again. And he's actually keeping up with her this time. A direct hit from you would kill me. Your strength isn't human, is it? And now we have Beam and Denji running away. Hey, should I bust out the chainsaws just in case? Lord Chainsaw, save your blood. And he gets tripped. Come on, you klutz. Ow. Oh, and then the last needle hits him. Yikes, I stepped on a nail. 0. But then again, he should be fine from this, because the other guy was fine from it. Whoa. Lord Chainsaw? Like Katana guy was fine from this. Huh? I think something's got me. You floating. Amazing. I can't move. What the? My body is moving into a crucifix position? And then we see him get taken out by the cursed devil and thrown onto the ground. What? And then, oh, this is Tolka, right? Comes in and kicks Beam. And then we end. We end with this Pochta. The Pochta is doing the pose, kind of, from him. Okay. Well, that is the end of that chapter. Very fun once again. Again, we're just leaving off in the middle of action. I love how we set up all these characters in the other read-throughs, and the other read-throughs were maybe a little because of it. We were just setting things up, but now with this one, we're paying that off and just having all this fun action. That was all very, very, very fun. But I think we can just move on to chapter 63 to continue with the action and see what happens. Again, Denji's fine because Katana guy was fine. He'll just probably... I don't know if he's dead, technically dead, so we need somebody else to pull the ripcord, but it's just one of those situations. And now starting out chapter 63, we have a trip to hell. And Denji and Beam are both down. Tolka's looking at them. His master steps out clapping. You did it, Tolka. Master, you completed the job I assigned to you. You've become a full-fledged devil hunter. Master, we can talk later. Let's hurry up and move him. Master, there's no need to move that body. You always followed my instructions diligently. There were times when I was hard on you, but it was all for your own good. You're part of the family now. And then we have flashbacks to their life together. Tolka, I'll tell you the secret to making a sophisticated doll. Take the human you'll turn into a doll. And add emotions only humans have. Adoration. Worship. So is she the one on the volume cover? I was not expecting that. That's a big shock, actually. And the secret ingredient. Guilt. She touches him. And he starts warping. I wonder if the contract with the Cursed Devil was to give him... It's finished. Wait... So he's writhing in pain, and then we cut from his face. Did she transform him visually? Is this a Skin Devil thing? Because we know Skin Devil changes people's appearances, but she touches him, he writhes, and then it looks like we just cut straight from his face to the Santa Claus face, and he walks out the front doors of the department store. We have Aki waking up. Hey, wait. And then Chuanchi, for the third time, just throws a motherfucker out of a window. Octopus. And it grabs him to catch him before he hits the sidewalk. That's so funny. He just tosses them all out of windows. You guys next? And then Aki, Angel, and the other two are getting up. She's a monster. What is... this future? No, this is weird. Hold on, let me get back up. Hold on. I guess those are outside. And that's Santa Claus going in. Huh. So I wonder what she did to Tolka. I guess she made him a doll. But weird, not in the same way though. I was thinking she was saying make him a doll as like a juxtaposition to the actual, puppet making devil that the Santa was using. She made him into one by manipulating him, by making him love her and everything. And I thought she was just gonna like have him die or whatever, and the contract was actually for him, but I don't know now. But now we see all three of them here. Bye-bye, Grandpa. And now she's outside. Oh, and he's waving... His arm has turned into one of the blades. And he kills himself. I offer my heart and my beloved children. In exchange, the Hell Devil, please call all living things in this department store to hell. This is craziness. Okay, and now we have this building and we see the children. And this finger comes into the panel as the Santa Claus is bleeding out. So I guess that's the Hell Devil taking the children. Santa Claus is bleeding out. It's dark? What's going on? What the? And everyone is in the darkness. Tolka, Beam and Denji, Violence and Kobani. What the hell is this? Huh? What? What in the? And then the one brother that's left just laughing nervously. Oh yeah, we've got the outside characters. And then one of the dolls kneels down and she sits on it. Have a good trip, Tolka. And a giant hand is coming from the sky. The art here is just insanity. And we see a hand left on the ground with ants feeding on it. And just miles, like a sky of doors. Everyone is in an empty field. So we're getting to see actual hell? Are we going to have like a... I didn't expect us to go to or see actual hell. Are we about to have just randomly thrust upon us an actual hell like arc or mini arc where they're in the actual hell? And we're just left with a hand reaching down to Pochta. That is insanely cool because we know that, I guess hell is where the devils usually are. But then when they die there, they get reborn into the real world. When they die in the real world, they end back up in hell eventually. But there is a hell devil, which would make sense. And for it to be extremely powerful makes sense. Because people would be very, very afraid of hell. This is nuts. I'll go one more chapter. And then we'll call it there. So let's do 64. I'll do 64 and then maybe leave on some kind of understanding. We have 64, Welcome to Hell. And there are just fingers lying there. I wonder, all of the body parts and stuff that people give to the devils, is there a chance that a lot of that stuff ends up in hell? That's why there was an arm there? That's why there are fingers there? And we have all the doors. Where are we? Huh? What? It's Hayakawa's group? Huh? Denji? And then Tolka is still just frozen in the same position. Damn it, what the hell happened to you? And so this is what Tolka's master called him Grandpa. I wonder if he's one of the... or like the master is one of the children that the grandpa said was just for him, like not for sacrificing. Like from a long time ago. And that's why she said, bye Grandpa, and like then he gave himself. Man, it's gonna take a lot of thinking. But then Aki pulls on his ripcord to wake him up. Ah, damn. He isn't turning into Chainsaw Man fully. He must not have enough blood, says Chonchi. And then Aki's still weary of her. Temporary truce. Something's wrong with the fiends. And then the fiends look pretty messed up. Why are we here? And the one's just screaming. Power looks terrified. Gah, feels bad, says Violence. What's wrong, Violence? Angel, do you know what this place is? We're finished. This is hell. It's hell sent. It's hard to believe, but we've been cast into hell by a devil's power. It hurts, says Denji. Long, Pinksty. And there's probably way better ways to pronounce that, sorry. Is there a way to escape from here? Lady Chonchi, I feel like I'm going to lose my mind. We're being watched. We're being watched by a dangerous devil. Far beyond here. Devils far more dangerous than some gun devil. The devils with the names of the primal fears are watching us. Okay, so Gun Devil's terrifying on Earth because that's a man-made creation. And Aki knows how terrifying Gun Devil can be. It can kill millions in a fraction of a second. But these are like hell, like actual crazy primordial fears. Something like the fear of hell, the fear of the unknown, the fear of darkness. Stuff like that is probably absolute insanity. And then they're transcendent. The devils who have never once experienced death. The very instant we draw their hostility will die. Lady Chuanqi, permission to kill myself? Idiot. I'll get us out of this somehow. And she's just lamenting. It's already over. We're doomed, we're doomed. It's coming, it's on its way. It's here. The darkness devil. And it's just one drop of black falling from the door and splattering onto the ground, forming into a shadow. Angel looks on. Kobani and Denji look over. Power's getting up. And then, man, what on earth? We just have this shot. And I think I didn't 100% know it was from Chainsaw Man, but I kind of thought it was. I feel like anyone who's been in like anime and manga spaces has seen this panel or this image like a bunch of times, these astronauts. But I did not at all think that this would be the context behind it. I thought maybe something crazy, we would get to like moon level stuff, something crazy would be happening. I didn't expect it to be in hell, Darkness Devil showing up. It's just such a weird thing. And I love too the way you don't really see it, how you can just kind of barely make out shapes in the darkness, because that's part of the fear. We have a frog croaking, and then geez, all of their arms are taken. And I wonder, is this the actual body of the devil itself? I love how the geometry of it doesn't make sense. Like there are parts and pieces that seem to go nowhere, or like parts that fold in a weird way. Man. My arms. Huh? No way. I am the doll devil. And Tolka kneels to it. So I guess that's what happened. The doll devil itself possessed Tolka and speaks to the darkness. And we see all the arms on the ground. Denji back on the ground again. I've brought you Chainsaw's heart, as per the contract. Okay. So, we know that, Chainsaw was doing some crazy stuff in hell beforehand because of what they said they remember when they're on Earth. But these are the, unkilled primordial fears. And we see the chainsaw has actually successfully been brought. Please give me the power to kill Makima. So that's what the master is after. And we see Aki and Denji looking on. What the hell are you talking about? 3 to use for contracts, 1 for pleasure. I'll arrange it. And he leaves a note. Makima can hear us. The day of reckoning is near. Kill Makima. And then we have the master with this hand holding out darkness before her. A piece of the darkness devil's flesh. Even crazier than the gun devil's flesh, I guess. And she eats it. And the terrified, armless Pochta at the end. Incredible stuff. I think this is a really good place to end, because we're going to, I guess, get into some even crazier stuff next time. This feels like the story from last video, from last read through to this. The story has taken on a completely different level, a completely different stage, and I love getting into this stuff. Man, this is crazy, getting into like the primordial devils to hell itself, and the way it's so nonsensical makes it so much scarier. I think that's so good. The way it's just random doors, the way the designs are like weird, and it's like, why astronauts? Why are they cut in half bowing like that? It's just so good. It's like so out there. It's so weird that makes it scary. It's brilliant. Oh well, I have a lot of praise for this, but I'm going to end it here this week. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, comment down there. Tell me what you thought of this week's chapters, what you thought of my thoughts and all that. Subscribe for more Chainsaw Man, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it is free and open for anyone. Ask and I'll give you a link. If you would like to help support the... Lost my train of thought. If you'd like to help support the channel, drop a super thanks if you want to. If you want One Piece videos a bit early, if you want a shout out at the end of every video, hit join to become a member. Go to patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or link will be in the description to become a patron. Thank you so much to people who are already patrons and channel members. Thank you so much to Chosen Regular Evan Holly, Magical Girls, Evernono and Abyss Knight, Cheriton Students, David Langstaff and Folded Ghoul, Slayer Candidates, SG and Stan Cedar, and Pure Element, Pateo de Al. Thank you all so much for your support. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.